Okay, hello guys. Welcome to this Parkour tutorial. I will be teaching you all some tips and tricks on parkour, and I will be making you from a parkour noob to a parkour pro. Uh-huh. Okay. So no matter if you're good or bad, there will be some things in this video that might help you out. We will be starting at some easier jumps and working our way up to more advanced stuff. So if you're already like advanced at parkour and you're like, well, easy stuff, that's boring, you can skip ahead. But maybe you will miss out on some nice tricks in the basics that I have to make stuff easier. Okay, well, before we like start with anything, I ranked like all of these sort of like tips and tricks. I ranked them into like categories, from like easy to like more difficult and more advanced. I would advise you to start with the easier things before even moving up to harder ones. Um, okay, well, just before we even start out with any parkour, um, I just wanna um, like I just want to let you guys know, like, here is my keyboard overlay where you can see, well, my WASD keys, my sprint and my sneak key. So like my sprint key, sneak key, and my jumping. Okay. Phase F means phase. That's the coordinate. It's the same coordinate you can find here. The -16. It's where you're facing towards. It can help sometimes, about where I'm looking. Like this might be able to help you if you're like, well, I don't know where exactly to look for certain jumps. You can just look at where I'm looking and try it out that way, like that you at least have a sense of direction. Oh, I gotta look around this angle, you know. Um, Last timing is the last tick timing I have done. I will explain that in the next section, like about that. But just keep that in mind. That's there. It's very important. Let's look at that. Okay. Um, okay. Well, also something really quick. A lot of you guys probably have been frustrated sometimes if you have ever played parkour. Oh, well, I'm going back. I'm shifting and I fall off. Just a quick tip. Always when you're shifting, wait a second. Just please wait a second before releasing your shift key, because when you're going forward or like backwards, you still have momentum that has to calm down. So like even if you're standing still on the edge, you still need to wait like half a second before like the momentum is gone. So if you're ever having this issue, just like be nice to yourself. Just give it an extra second. I know it takes a second, but like at least you don't fall off the block. Yeah. Um, that being said, okay, let's start off. Um, well, what we have here, what I want to like talk about here, this first thing, momentum. Momentum in parkour is very important. Okay. From here, making this jump very hard. Okay, very hard. Like you might be thinking, like this is a hard jump. 3+1. Oh my god. 3 blocks plus 1. Oh my god, it's so far. Like yes, you can make it if you practice it and you get good at it. But like it's hard to always do it from here. Like you will fail sometimes. So like what helps? Well, if you get a jump in, jump. Like you're going faster in the air. Like when you jump in the air, you're faster. That's why sprint jumping like this is faster than just running in a straight line. Okay, this is slower, and we can use this in parkour. Okay, when you jump and you land, you have more momentum than you would have if you're just running. Like here, when you land, you have momentum. That momentum will make it that you can jump further. You're faster basically. So what we want to do is we want to jump, and then like we either can keep running for a little bit and then jump again, or we can like if you jump around the edge and then you can just instantly jump again and make it, or like you jump around the middle part and you also still make it. It's just if get those extra jumping, guys. Like if you just get that extra jumping, jumps become so easy. Like if you're like anywhere, like if you have space, just get that extra jump in. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's like over here. You will make this is a fall block, by the way. Fall block, scary fall block. Look how easy it can be if you just get an extra jump in. Of course, maybe you gotta get used to a little bit of like the spacing. Like you will maybe like jump off a few times because you miscalculate the space. But just like if you're doing that, just jump like around like before this. Like as you can see, I'm landing over here. I'm not even landing on the edge, and I'm getting so much further, so much more consistent. Of course, that's gonna happen, but you see, it's very good. Okay, like it's very nice to just always try to have momentum. That's the core thing in parkour. Momentum is key. Okay. Next up, just want to talk to you guys like about the fact that we're on the newest version. Okay, and slime bugs behave a little bit different. If you jump here, you don't hold space. We got around here. Okay, around here. But if you hold space, you will carry on more momentum. Again, momentum, and you'll get further, as you can see. So make sure to hold space on slime blocks on the newest version of Minecraft, okay? Newest like versions, like above 121.4, okay? 121.4 still like doesn't have it, but 121.5 does, okay? So like keep that in mind. Actually, 121.4 also has it and the free. That's something else, but like just make sure to hold space. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Okay, and also once you have this, either on the same level I think or below it, you can't just hold space on slime blocks and expect it to just bounce yourself up. Okay, press space individually. Okay, like once you're like above the slime, like and you kind of like time it that you just jump on it. You also get further than the normal block. Like if you ever encounter this um, in parkour, but just make sure that like when you're like below it, just press space individually or like on the same level. I think also, but like just do that. Okay. Ice makes you go further. Gives you more momentum. Like you see these jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1. What? That jump is possible? Oh my god, I keep getting blocks in my inventory. Yes, it is. Even 1, 2, 3, 4. A 5 block? Oh my god. Yes, it's slime. It's ice. Okay, it's ice. It makes you go fast. Boom, boom. So basically, ice increases your momentum depending on which one is. From like the least, what is ice, to packed ice, to blue ice. You guys have maybe seen it with ice boating. Blue ice, you go the fastest compared to packed ice and normal ice. Most important thing with ice, to keep your momentum, of course. If you just keep running, keep like chaining stuff, keep like having your momentum, you will go further. That's why we can. Gap these 5 blocks. Okay, that's why we can gap them. Also, really important. Always jump on the edge. Always jump on the edge. Okay, so like, of course I don't make that here, but like always jump off the edge. Like you're gonna slide for a bit, and then you want to jump around the edge. Okay. For the first one here, we gotta do the same as we do here. We gotta use our momentum. Here this is a 4 plus 1. Okay. This will give us enough momentum, so we can just do this and we make it. Okay. And we can also just like keep going like that. Just like make sure to like slide and then jump off the edge. Okay, slide, jump off the edge, slide, jump off the edge. That's just something like that's how ice works. That's what I want you guys to know. Okay. Now to like put this into like perspective, like how would I do these jumps? Like how will I get these jumps in normal parkour in my parkour servers? I will link some of those parkour servers, by the way, in the description at the end. You will be able to check them out. You'll be able to um, like kind of like see, oh, how good am I at parkour? Like kind of test yourself. One golden rule before we even go on. One golden rule: if you want to practice parkour, build the jumps for yourself in creative and practice it that way. You will learn much faster from just doing the jumps in creative and learning the timings. You will learn much more from that than going into a parkour map and running it 5 times over, trying to get a battle time. It will not improve parkour as much as it will in creative. Okay, if you just build the jumps yourself, use these things, use these servers with parkour, use them as a sort of benchmark. Okay, use them as like, I'm gonna test my skill and like have fun with parkour rather than getting good, because that's not the case. You will get like something that's called like, you'll get a little bit of like game knowledge, like a little bit of like, oh, I got a turn here, that like you will see how to use them like there. But if you want to actually get good, do it in creative, okay? Build the jumps in creative. It's very good. Okay, but like here, first jump, you see you have 3+1. If I just go here, I stand on it and I try it then, hard jump, okay, hard jump. All we do, we just keep running, okay? We just keep running. We jump here, we keep running a little bit, jump again, easy jump here. Another 3+1. We're just gonna jump somewhere over there, okay? We're just gonna jump somewhere over there. And we're gonna jump again, and it's a really easy jump here. Slime blocks, or just hold space and you'll make it, okay? Ice, well, just go a little bit here, line yourself up. Then just jump at the end and like press S maybe, because otherwise you keep sliding, okay? You don't stop sliding instantly. Just like press S to like slow yourself down. Here again, just go wee and press S here. Wee. Yeah. We make that. I see I accidentally removed that here. Just get a slap here. Okay. Before we start with anything here, let me tell you guys about taps and shift taps. And tick timings, of course. Okay, so let's first just go like we'll just do taps later. Tick timings. There's 20 ticks in a second in Minecraft. That's what a game runs on. Okay, every 1 second, 20 ticks get performed. Like 20, like the game has 20 like basically ticks, like 20 times a second that it can perform something. So if you like it or not, if you're like, you only have like 20 kind of timings that you can do in parkour. You can only do like 20 kind of like timings. It's not more precise. You cannot be like between a 1 tick or a 2 tick. Every tick is 50 milliseconds, by the way. So you either like do a tick that's 50 milliseconds or a tick that is 100 milliseconds. You can't do, for example, a 120 tick. Like that's a 120 millisecond tick. No, you can only do 50 or 100 or 150. It goes in 50 millisecond steps, okay? If you press W and then space right after, 50 milliseconds after you press W, you press space. That's not it. It's a 1 tick. If you press W and space 100 milliseconds after you press space, that's a 2 tick. 150, oh, that's a little more. 150, 3 tick. 200, a 4 tick. Wait, and then flip. And then a 6 tick would be 300 milliseconds. Go on. Okay, that's how tick timings work. If you press your W and space key at the same time, so not like 50 milliseconds, like below 50 milliseconds, basically, it's called a jam. A jam. Okay, you have normal jams and you have sprint jams, where you hold your sprint key and then you jam like that. Okay, very important. We're gonna be using these. Okay. So a 0 tick, also called a jam. If you have a slab here, for example, this is a 4 block. Just know that like if you're in the back, you can jam these. Different ways to jam. I haven't really like shown you guys yet. Different way to jam. If like jamming can be quite hard. Okay, so like this timing, just pressing them at the same time, W and space, can be very hard for some people. It's quite hard to learn. I get it. Also, sometimes not the most consistent. What you can do to cheat the system, okay? You can, it's a little trick. You can open your inventory. You hold down your W and space. Oh, sorry, I pressed E. It's my inventory key. You press W and space. Maybe like this without sprint, for example, as a normal jam. So you close your inventory, holding the W and space, and you'll do a jam. Like if you look at my keyboard over there, I'm pressing nothing, and then I close my inventory. Press W space at the same time, magically I got a jam. If you press W space and your sprint key, got a sprint jam. Okay, very useful. So you can also just go to the back of the block here. You can either do it normally, like this, or you can do open your inventory. Oh, that was very fast. Like you can do it very fast. You can open your inventory, press those keys, take your time, just press those keys. Okay, close your inventory, and you did it. No effort. Okay. The very easy thing here, you have two blocks of momentum here. What you can do here is you can go like towards like a little bit of a corner. Look a little bit to the right side, somewhere around here. You can jam. Look a little bit more to the left again to look straight, and you'll make a full block like this. Very handy to know. Very handy to know. Now this one, what I'm gonna learn you guys right now, is probably the most important mechanic in all of all of Parkour, okay? Probably like most used mechanic ever. It's called the force momentum, okay? So you guys remember the jam without sprint, okay? So like only W space, not sprint, just W space, like this, right? We're gonna do that, and we're gonna only press the sprint key after we press W space. So like not at the same time, but just after. So like what we do is W space, and then instantly after we press the sprint key. So W space sprint. Oh, wait, I did a one tick. Oopsie. W space, and then sprint key, like this. And we just keep holding all of those keys down, okay? We're not letting go. W space sprint. And as you can see, last timing force momentum 2 tick. That force momentum, that's the mechanic we're doing, okay? The 2 tick, the 2 tick is the ticks, so like the 100 milliseconds, for example here, it took us to press control after we pressed the jam, like we pressed W space. So you can do this like from a max force momentum, what is a 1 tick after you jam, you press control, that's a max force momentum, all the way up to a 5 tick force momentum. So like you can like delay it a little bit, you can go like W space and like wait 200 milliseconds, and then like force momentum 6 tick won't make a 4 block, okay? Won't make a 4 block. But if you do a little bit less, like here, force momentum 4 tick, you will make it, okay? It doesn't have to be too precise, but just try to do it a little bit fast, okay? Force momentum 3 tick, it will make it. Will get you a little bit less far, but that will make it, okay? Again, you can open your inventory, press W space, you close it, and you just press control. Don't press control before closing it, because then you will just perform a jam, okay? Keep that in mind. Close it, then press control. Easy. Okay, next up. We were talking about the tick timings. Well, one tick was where, like, again, here, there's something above our head. We can't do it if we're just gonna do it like that, right? We're gonna fail. We're gonna keep failing. So if you go to the front, we press W space. So like W, and then instantly space after. Not at the same time, just instantly after. Because 50 milliseconds is basically instantly. You don't even have the reaction time most of the time. So it's more of like a feeling. So W and instantly space after, it's a 1 tick. It's not the most consistent for me. It's something you will fail quite a lot of times, but you gotta just get the feeling down a little bit. That's a 1 tick. Very useful to know. You will use it in a lot of scenarios. We'll come back to that because we will use it a lot. Here, when you have a trapdoor, you have something on your back, on the back. We have something called a 2 tick. A 2 tick, 100 milliseconds after. So W, 100 milliseconds after space. That's a 2 tick. Especially with this kind of jump, you can only 2 tick this. You cannot go like, you cannot 1 tick this from the back. Oh, can I land on this? Thank you. You cannot 1 tick. Oh, that's a jam. You cannot 1 tick this from the back. You can also not 1 tick this from the front. Okay, you got a 2 tick. Like you don't make the jump. Here, here's the same jump. This is a 4 block again, basically, but this time you have a full block. Trust me, if you're gonna, oh, oops, my bad. If you're just gonna run from the back here and try to make this jump just from the back and not do anything else, this jump is impossible. This jump is impossible if you just run it from the back and try to do it like that. You cannot do it. It's not possible. Why? Well, I can explain it, but it's very nerdy, so we're not gonna do that. But what you gotta know, you gotta at least 1, but like it's even better if you do 2 shift taps. Shift taps, by the way, taps, I'm gonna explain it right here. If you just tap W literally like once, like really shortly once, or S, or the A or D, that's called a tab, okay? You can also do it while shifting. It's called a shift tab, okay? And what we want to do, we want to go to the back, of course. We're gonna go 1. I would advise you 2 shift taps, and then we just run and we jump at the end. And when we make the jump, it says we did a head hit 5 tick. What is basically just, well, we ran for 5 seconds with W and control, and then we press space 5 ticks after, 250 milliseconds after, okay? So 1, 2, 5 milliseconds, 5 ticks after, we make it 250 milliseconds. That's how you do it. That's how you make this jump. Put some time in this. It's important. And now, well, there's also like another way to do this. And for that, I gotta introduce you guys to something that's called a passy. A passy? Well, what is a passy? How do you perform it? How does it work? Well, if you're in the air, right? You jump into the air and you press W after you're in the air. So you jump and then you press W after. As you can see, passive 5-tick. And the 5-tick means, well, I started pressing W 5 ticks, so 250 milliseconds after I jumped. So, and on passive 2-tick, this is also the one that's like important. Like you'll see later on. Just means that 100 milliseconds after you press space, you pressed your W key. Okay. Passives, you can do them all sorts and everything, like passive 8-tick. It just gives you a little bit of momentum. And as we know, momentum makes it that we get further. Okay, so like if sometimes maybe like you cannot do like a force momentum from the back here, you can always just do a passive for a little bit more momentum, and then like kind of just jump yourself, and then like you will get a little bit further. It will be a little bit easier. If you want, you can experiment with this. I think passives are quite cool. You can use them in a lot of like cases. A max passive, by the way, is a 1-tick passive. It's where you just press W, and it's it's where you press space and then W instantly after. It's basically a 1-tick after, so 50 milliseconds. Yes, like it looks like I'm talking in a completely different language, but like the tick language. You gotta learn the tick language, okay? Very important. Every good Parkour player, they know the tick language, okay? So got it in your head, okay? Got it in your head. If you want this mod that I'm using, it's called like CyvFabric. I'll put it in the description. It's not for this version. I had a friend of me coded into this version, but there's on other versions of this. There's also different mods that show these timings. Just search them up on Google. Just make sure to download trusted links, okay? Just like don't go to a dodgy site. Just go to like Modrinf or something. Okay, like we don't want hacks on anyone's PC. Okay, three blocks of momentum. 3 blocks of momentum. That's how I call it, because you have 3 blocks where you can get momentum out of. It's a 4 block again. How you want to do these ones is you want to 2-tick from the back. Just keep holding space and W. Just 2-tick. You'll make the jump. You'll go really far actually. Just go from the back. 2-tick. You'll make the jump. You'll make it. You'll make the jump. It's very nice. Now before we do this jump, I want to introduce you guys to something that's very overpowered when you're just playing Parkour, any Parkour map, any Parkour server. This is very OP. So when you're just walking without sprint, you can jump, right? But when you jump, it's basically it looks the same as like a normal jump without sprint. The same how we do a force momentum, but you're kind of just walking before that, okay? So you're walking and then you're basically doing something to do force momentum. So we can be walking, right? And we press space and then instantly press Ctrl after and we have a force momentum, okay? So like we're walking, we press space and then Ctrl after and we have a force momentum. And like, if you look at this, you can literally like walk and then do this timing to just like you get a lot of momentum from this, no? Like, I don't make it there, that's a very mistimed, but like, you can also just press space yourself. Oh, it's not a good example. You also, like, it's just really like, trust me, learn this, master it, you can use it in so many situations. I found this thing out, like, and then I went on to like beat like 100 maps in this challenge. And I used it in every single one of them. That's how OP it was. It made every jump so much more consistent. It's just you're running, you press space, you press Ctrl. It's basically a running force momentum. Okay, you hear that? That sounds good, no? That sounds really good because you're like, I mean, it's a walking force momentum, but like you're already walking and then you do the force momentum. You will go even further than a normal force momentum because you will have more momentum. So what you do a 2-tick without sprint, a 2-tick without sprint, and then you just do the force momentum thingy. So you do like a 2-tick, and then like you like W, and then 100 milliseconds after space, and then once you press space, then like you press Ctrl after, like a force momentum. It's very complicated, I know. Just try to understand it. Once you know it, it's very OP. For this one, for example, this is like, you can call this a diagonal 4 block. It's technically not 4 blocks, it's 3 blocks between. But like, everyone calls it a diagonal 4 block because, not everyone, but because, well, it's the same distance as this jump. It's the same distance, just diagonal. What you can do, again, 2 ticks, and then do the force momentum thingy. So literally, we're gonna walk without sprint for 2 ticks, like this. Now we do the force momentum. Just look at my keystrokes. That's a 1 tick. You can also still make it like that, by the way. If you just delay your jump, like so you're not holding down, then you can still do it like that. But if you want to hold down everything, like you like a force momentum, you can literally do like 2 ticks. That's 3 ticks. You won't make it. Never do it like that. But you do 2 ticks, and you can just hold everything down, and you will make it. This is a really fast way to do diagonal full blocks, basically, right? Very nice. Different way. It's just too complicated for you. I know it's too complicated for a lot of people. If you're really into parkour, please learn this. Please learn this technique. It's OP. You can use it everywhere, not only for diagonal full blocks. You can use it everywhere almost. Okay. Well, a different technique for people that don't like that and they're not into that much into parkour. Just look around the corner here or here. It doesn't matter. Like just go a little bit forward. Do 3 taps forward, 3 W taps without shift. 1, 2, 3. Make sure it's just only single taps. If you hold down the W key a little bit too long, you might actually do 2 while pressing it once. So like always like make sure there's a little bit of time between it. Be careful with it. 1, 2, 3. And then you do a force momentum. You also make the jump. You also make the jump. One thing, if you find that this takes too long, too much time, 1, 2, 3, right? Look what pixel you end up here. You end up somewhere around this pixel, like between these 2 pixels. Take my advice. Go to the corner here. Look at this pixel, the 3rd one, so that you can let you count 1, 2, 3. This 3rd pixel. Look forward. Force momentum. You'll make the jump. Look at the 3rd pixel, guys. If this is the fastest way probably to do this besides this one, of course. Just like go look at the 3rd pixel. Do it like this. If there's no pixels, like some blocks, very hard to see the pixels. Just do the 3 taps. You will get there. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's also like aligning yourself with pixels. A very useful thing. Also showed it here. This one here, same jump as here. Only thing is, oh no, there's a block behind me. Very annoying. I can't do it anymore because I can't fully be on the left back too. Well, I got you, okay? I got you. What you do here is you look at this corner. You do 1 W tap forward, normal W tap, force momentum, look, and then turn a little bit, do that. Yeah. You might not make that fully, like you can do it with 1 tap. You can also just do 1 shift tab also. Then you will make it a little bit further, a little bit easier. But it's quite doable. If you want to make it even easier for yourself, like look at this, like just kind of just go to the back. Look at this first row of pixels. This is first row of pixels. Then look at the corner and then force momentum. You also make it like that, okay? It's whatever you want, whichever one you prefer. You can try out all of them. You just need a good force momentum for it. So like again, go from the beginning. Learn first your basics, okay? Master the basics just means you're gonna get really consistent. Consistency equals good, okay? It equals you getting good at the game. That's what you want. You want to be consistent. Okay, this one even more annoying. You know, oh my god, we have 2 blocks behind now. This is very like I can't go to that 3rd pixel anymore. I can't like, look that anymore. I cannot do anything, right? Well, it's either you just run this. It's a 7 tick. That it is easier than you would think. A 7 tick, this is quite doable. If you're just really bad at running things, like you're really bad at actually just timing these things, of course you could practice them, but if you're really bad at those things, I got 2 setups for you, okay? I got 2 setups for you. One of them is you go 1 tap forward, also look around the corner, so like you're going straight, otherwise it doesn't work. You do 1 tap, and then we do a max spacey, what is just space, and W like 50 milliseconds after. Max spacey, you will make the jump. Max spacey too hard for you? You better at 2 tick spaceys because it's like 100 milliseconds between 2 taps forward, 2 tick spacey. Also makes it. Okay, one of those 2. I would advise if you're not good at running it. I use those if ever like something comes across. So yeah. Let's put this into reality. Let's put this into parkour. What can you like find in parkour? Well, oh my god, this here. Just use this. It's so much easier. Like you can also, of course, you can also do it like this. but like as you can see, you can fail it. Like you will be able to do it like this. Sometimes you're not able to go to the back and like do how's it called? Jam it from the back here. Sometimes you're not able to do that, right? But whenever you are able to, jamming is the most consistent thing ever. So whenever you're able to do it, do it. Okay. It's consistent, and that's what we like. Force momentum here. So like I'm my preference is the inventory thing because it's more consistent. But if you're really like, I don't like opening the inventory, my inventory key is in a difficult spot. Don't worry about it. Just use W space and like control after, like it's and just do it like that. Like it's the same. Here we go to the front. Oh, again. What, remember what I said in the beginning? Always wait a second, okay? So like you don't shift off. It's very annoying. We all had it. We all hate it. Let's continue. One tick, so W space, like 50 milliseconds between. Here is 100 milliseconds because it's a 2 tick. Yes. Here we go 2 shift steps forward and then a 5 tick. Or we can do it 2. Oh, that's a max passy. It's gonna 2 tick here. What I like about doing the 2 tick passy, by the way, if you accidentally do a max passy, you can, like, if you look at the last timing, or you can feel the feeling, I don't know. You can, like, really quick just press S and just, like, cancel it and then just go again. Oh, you gotta be really fast with it though. Like, you can go, like, look until you have the 2-tick passy and then just do it. That's a way sometimes I cheese the system. So I like, because it's not the most consistent to do 2-tick passes, but like if you do it like that, if you actually do a 2-tick passy there, you will always make it if you just keep holding space. Okay, 2-tick here. Yes. Diagonal, well, let's do this one. Here. Yes, I'll make it. Here we can either look at this thing and then do it, or we can go here and do this. Maybe even a shift up if you're like bad at force momentums, but I just do it like this because I'm good at force momentums. And my force momentums are always 2-tick force momentums, by the way. I know you guys see Sandwich Lord, right? Sandwich Lord, or like all those good parkour guys, right? They do one shift up really fast, and then they do a force momentum, right? As you saw, I failed it because of that. Why? This thing, a max force momentum. If you do your force momentum perfectly, while you do a shift up forward, like with a force momentum 2 ticks, like if you just do if you press your control key 2 ticks after your jam, right? It's fine. You can do a shift tap to get a little bit more distance with like a force momentum. That's like 2, 3, 4 ticks. Like you get a little bit more distance, right? If you're struggling. But if you do the force momentum fast, like perfect, a max force momentum, and then you do a shift tap, and then you do it, you will fall off the block. That's something. So like if you have like a two tick force momentum, like perfectly consistent like the whole time, you can do it like all these other people, all these other parkour strats do it, right? You can do it like that, and it will get you a little bit further. But if you sometimes just do a max force momentum, you will fall off the block. So like be careful of that. Okay, well, let's get to the green section now. We have gone quite a long time already through the video. We have learned a lot already. We have fences and we have walls. Well, fences, they have like, what I know from the back, it's a 5 tick, okay? Very nice to know. You can also do a little bit, like, that's a little bit too much, but you can do a little bit like of a delayed passy here to get a little bit more momentum. That is what I use. I normally do. If you get a passy, you get a little bit more momentum on these jumps. This jump, of course, this jump is not far, but there's further jumps that require you have to like basically a perfect jump. About perfect, if you want a perfect jump from this is of course again not a far jump. If you want a perfect jump on a wall, you can do a max passy. It will make you that you go from the back all the way to the front perfectly with perfect momentum. As I can show right here. That's a 2-tick passy, won't make it. It will still work. It will just not get you the max distance. But if you do a max passy, as you can see, just a tip. Like that gets you further. Like you can of course, these things you can also run if you don't like passies. You can run them. You can run them. You don't need to passy things. It's like, it's just if you like passies, you can do that. Okay, here, wait, last time I accidentally deleted some of this. We're gonna introduce you guys to the burst. A very, very, very important mechanic. It's very nice to do. It's very nice to have. It's very nice to know. Hat hitters, one ticks can be quite inconsistent. I fell there because I didn't press anything, by the way. One ticks, like, you can get good at them, but, or like, do these things normally. But what if you just want to do them without any effort? That's where you got the burst, okay? 100% consistently, cannot go wrong. If you press W with sprint, by the way, look at my keyboard overlay. Sprint, W, and then instantly shift. We're on the edge of the block. All we gotta do now to clear this two block gap, we have blocks above our head, is just simply press space. And so also for all of these, just simply press space. Nothing more. Nothing more we gotta do. Simply press space. One thing to do though, if you hit a wall with this, your momentum is gone. That momentum's gone. You will not make the jump. So don't hit walls, okay? Don't hit walls. So yeah, it works like this. Very, very consistent. One thing, that's why I removed this. You can clear two block gaps by just doing that. But if you want to clear 3 block gaps, or even further, like this won't cut it. Okay, this won't cut it. But if you let go of shift, like midair, like after like you press space, you let go of shift, you will go way further. Okay, you will go way further. Like that. You will go at least 3 blocks. You will go even faster if you do it perfectly. That's called the actual burst. Like just doing it like this is a burst jam. An actual burst is like where you perfectly do it. But that's advanced. That's not something I would like. It's not very important too much. So like just let go of shift midair like quite fast, and you will be able to clear further gaps. Very, very nice to know. Hatted passes. Fun mechanic, fun mechanic. Whenever you see these, you want to smile. Whenever you see this jump, whenever you have this, and you have this, okay? Like, you just have something above your head. You can't one-tick these guys. No, you don't make that, okay? Well, only thing that you would think, well, I go to the back, and 7-tick won't work. I got an 8-tick, you know? Because that's how you would do a 4-block without, like, running it from the back. Very unfun, okay? We're gonna make this jump into a more fun jump, okay? If you press space and you hold space, for example, you see that like you hit your head against the ceiling, but there's always a little bit of a time of you auto jumping, okay? It's like a little bit of time of you auto jumping between it every single time, okay? So what you do, we're gonna use this, okay? We're gonna use this. So we're gonna press space. You see, like I hit my head and I land on the ground. Once I land on the ground, we're gonna press W. And just keep holding it with space, okay? So we're gonna keep, like, we hold space, we hit our head, it's going really fast, we hit our head, we land on the ground, and we start pressing W, like this. We play it, I'll even, like, do it a few times. So, like, we press space, like, we keep holding it, like, we hit our head, and we press W. Like, once we land on the ground again, you start pressing W, like this. Very fun, very cool, hatted passy. Super fun. Very, very consistent. Very amazing. If you have 2 blocks, by the way, instead of 1, even more fun. You can just go to the back, and you can just do your inventory sprint jam, okay? Like an inventory jam or like a normal jam with sprint. You can just literally go to the back. You can just do the jam. Just grab some popcorn, watch it happen, and watch the magic happen. We will just make it to the back. Well, a diagonal one, this one, but then diagonal, well, it's the same as a diagonal 4 block. You just go to the 3rd pixel, or you go 3 taps forward. 1, 2, 3. And then, oh fuck, I flip. I jammed the wrong way. Or like, go here, and you can just do a passy, and you'll make it. So here, 3 taps, 1, 2, 3. Passy, same timing, it will just work. Okay, guys, pain ups. These here, people's nightmares. These can be people's nightmares. Actually, one of my favorite jumps. What you just do, you look to the side, like around here, and then you jam, and you just turn to the side. Okay? Like you jam and you quickly, not too fast, but you quickly turn to the side. You want to just look a little bit outwards. You can jam and just look to the side. Jam, look to the side. That's a little bit too far. We gotta like look for quicker. Like you will get used to this. I promise. It takes maybe a little bit of practice. You can either do it with a normal sprint jam, or you can do this with inventory sprint jam. Again, it's quite hard. Honestly, if I concentrate on thinking what I'm doing, it's harder than if I just do it. Like, it's just a feeling. I feel like, yes, I'm feeling it there. I also just woke up. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I keep feeling the last one. Yeah, I'm gonna have revenge here. Woo. Yes, we did it. Woo. Okay, single Neo. First Neo, guys. How do you do this? Well, easiest way. I'm only teaching you guys the easiest ways. Okay, go a little bit back around here, not fully back, a little bit back. Just jam around it. Just go a little bit back. Jam. You will get like the feeling of how much you need to go back if you just kind of just test it out. Like just test it. Oh, like is this enough? No. Oh, it actually is. Oh, it like just go around it and jam around it. Very easy. If you're like with the like, oh, what's the perfect distance? Oh, what is like? You can really quickly set this up. 2 S steps. Go shift to the side. You can also just jam around like that. Very easy. Very cool. It's a single Neo, but I honestly prefer to just do this a lot. Well, let's go see all of these things in action, okay, shall we? Well, we can do a little bit of a passy here. We can also do a little bit of a passy here. Paying up. Go over here. We can burst this. We can look. This is 2 blocks. Also, you don't need this one here. You don't need that. You only need something above this hat. It can even be like this one not be, and like it's like a star, and like this is even like not above your hat. As long as you have something here above your hat, with all passies, like you're fine. You can just do it. Okay, well here we have a single Neo. Here we have a diagonal, so like we go like 1, 2, 3, or you can just go to the 3rd pixel. Remember, here we just have passies, and we make it to orange. Well. If you made it so far in this video, if you make it to orange, just make sure like maybe like drop a like or something. That way it gets recommended to people more. So more people can learn something from this. I'm not gonna tell you like to subscribe or something like that. I don't care about these things. All I care about is to teach you guys, and hopefully you guys can also have fun in parkour. So what do we have here? This is where like people hate these jumps. Okay, we're gonna make them doable. Okay, maybe even fun. This here is a Neo up. What you do, you go to the side, you go about 2/3 back, like just get this block, get like 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3, like 1, 2, 3, like 2/3. We go about 2/3 back. Can be here, it doesn't matter too much. Like, and then we just one tick around it, basically. So like we go about 2/3 back, one tick around it. If that's too hard, by the way, you can go to the side here, look a little bit straight, do keep holding sneak. Press shift S steps, so like 1, 2, 3, and then one tick around it. That's the perfect spacing, by the way, to get the furthest. That's how you do a Neo up. It's the same for the double Neo. It's basically the same jump. You can go about 2/3 back, and then do it like that. Also, what you can also do, 1, 2, 3 shift steps. Oh, that's a jam. 1, 2, 3 shift steps, and a one tick. That's how you do that. Gap Neo. People, what I see people do is they do it like this. Okay, they do it like this. I'm telling you that it's not gonna take long before they accidentally do that, and then oh no, I failed. You know, very easy way. Not even gonna like I know there's a lot of ways to do the jump. Easiest way that I found out. Just go to the corner, shift in the corner, just look around here, and just do your sprint jam. Like here is also normal. This is such a like. It's just easy. Oh, I accidentally went and fly there. See, it's fine. Just jam it. If there's a slab on top of this, let me make a slab. There's a slab on top of this, of course. You can't jam it. It's way too far. Then you just one ticket from the front. We'll also make it. Okay. Okay, then we have a diagonal Neo. How I would normally do these without any tricks is you kind of just run forward, and then at the end here you're gonna just kind of just go a little bit to the left. For example, if you do them to the left here, like that. Again, you see how much I'm failing here. Like it is doable to just do them like this. It is. How I like doing them, of course, is By force momentuming, you can just do a shift up to get maybe like a little bit further, because you're gonna turn either way. So it's like even if you get a max force momentum, doesn't matter. You won't fall off because you're gonna turn. Okay. So if you're turning with a force momentum, you can always do like a shift tap, maybe even two, because you're turning. So like you won't go in a straight line, so you won't fall off with a max force momentum. Do a force momentum, and you wanna like turn around. And I press A, but you can also do this without pressing A, for example, or D, depending on which way you go. Like you just gotta turn more, but if you don't want to turn that much, you can just press A and you only have to turn like 90 degrees. That was a bad one. You gotta just get the timing down, get the spacing down. It's quite fine. You can also do this without the shift tab if like it's not needed at all. Yeah. Okay, side jumps. Well, you can just go a little bit back here, just jam these. This one here, you can go like the two back like that, do it as steps back, and you can also do it like that, or you just go a little bit like back and then do it like that. Yep. And then this one here is a lot harder. So either you go 3 shift taps, and then you one tick, or you go here to the back, for example, and you just force momentum. Again, that shift tap, that will help you a lot because you're gonna turn either way. So like maybe even, let me see, can you do 2 shift taps? Yeah, you can even, because of the turning, like it just makes it that you can get a little bit further. Because of the turn, you lose, like, of course, like you're gonna jump like over here instead of on the edge. That's why where the shift taps help on the force momentum. So yeah, but yeah, of course you can also just do a normal force momentum like that. It's just, I would prefer that over going 3 taps back here and doing a one tick, but it's whatever you prefer, guys. Here, ladder, up, okay? People hate these jumps, but it's actually very easy. Just go to the corner here, and just either do a jam or one tick with D. So you literally press D space, and then W. D space W, that's how I do it. D space W, very easy jump. You can also do it with a jam, just press DW instantly, and then space. A little bit harder sometimes, if you have the wrong angle, you might not make it. It's a very easy jump. With ladders and trapdoors, sometimes they're on the back of blocks. If you, for example, jump from here to here, well, if it's a 4 block, well, I can't. I mean, here in this case you can, but well, I can't do the perfect force momentum anymore. Well, just go to the back, 1W tap forward, and you have the same setup normally as if you were on the back of this block. So trapdoors and ladders, they just one tap and basically they're gone, and then you can just do the force momentum, as you can see. Like if you do the tap forward, then basically the trapdoor or the thing is just gone, and you're only like on the back of one block. That's how it works. So yeah. Also an extra tip, an extra little tip. You see, if you're on the back of the block, right? If you count these pixels, it's 5 pixels. If you count these pixels, it's 5 pixels. If ever you have like, for example, more here, you want to do a force momentum, for example, from here, because I mean, what I would do normally, right? What I would do normally is just press W and like do it like this, of course. Like do maybe like a one tick run like that. That's how I would do it. But some people, like before in the tutorial, some of you guys might not like that too much. What you can do, you can go to the 5th pixel. As I said, if you're on the back of the block, it's 5 pixels. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're standing on the 5th pixel, and you can also just do a force momentum. You can also just do a passy, like we did before, like with that. So like, just reminder, that's how much pixels is if you're on the back. You can make your own setups with that. You can really, it will really help if you're in those kind of situations. It's a little tip. You might never come across it. You might come across it a lot. Okay, let's put this into action. Let's go to the back here. Let's I don't know. Let's do a jam from here. You know, let's do a jam from the front here. Let's do a force momentum. Do a force momentum around this. Let me just do a normal one. Just to keep a little bit of change, you know. Go a little bit like about 2/3 back, one tick. Let's force momentum over here. And we do like a D one tick. Literally a W one tick, but then with D. You can just force momentum with that. Go a little bit back, or maybe like 3 shift taps. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Double knee is a lot more precise. This one is a far jump. Let's just do force momentum from here. Force momentum to go 1 tap forward. Force momentum. We can just make that jump. We can go a little bit back. We can jam that. One W tap force momentum. This is a great example, by the way. Look, if you force momentum from here, you don't make the jump. So you really have to just go 1 W tap and then force momentum. Okay. We're on rat. Okay. This is stuff. If you're just a casual player, you might never need this. There's just some tips. There's just some things you can find. Okay. Some of these you might. It's just like some things are like quite nice to know. Here, iron bars or glass panes. You can either 4-tick them from the back. Either 4-tick from the back, but it's 200 milliseconds. I can't do it right now. Here. Oh my god. Don't worry about it. Trust me, it's a 4-tick from the back. Like that. Yep, here I had that 4-tick. How you can also do this from the back is you can do a double jam. So you do a jam, like W space and sprint, just at the same time, right? And then you just instantly just spam space after. Like jam. Oh, not a 1-tick. I accidentally did a 1-tick instead of a jam. So like jam. See? And you just keep holding W in space, by the way. You just kind of just press your spacebar twice. So like jam. Very nice. If you want to get more distance, a little tip. Like if you want to get more distance, you can do 2 shift taps here and then do a double jam to even get more distance. You can do this everywhere. This will make sense once you go to that part. You can also go to the front of a block and go 1, 2, 3 taps back and then do a double jam. Okay, that also works. This is very nice when we only have something here above our heads, but not something here above our heads. So we can still do a double jam instead of having to 8-tick all from the back, what would be a pain. Again, we will see in a second what that is for. Here, this is the same thing as that one. You might never encounter this jump. This is just the furthest you can go with a block above your head. Instead of a double jam, this is a triple jam. So the jam and then space. Basically, you keep holding W space, so it's let you jump the jam. You gotta do it fast, otherwise that happens. Like you really gotta like jump the jam, and then you make it. Just look at my keyboard layout, and you might see, like if you're struggling. Okay, for the speedrunners out there, if you want to chain neos, it's not only with gap neos, but if you want to chain neos, the core part of that is like, of course, you kind of just first run them. Let me just get back into creative. You run them, and then like normally, like you want to go again, and you bump into the next one, right? There's a really simple trick for that. You line yourself up with the pass neo. Like that's what you do basically. Basically, you kind of jump and then you kind of bump yourself into this block. You bump yourself into this block. That once you land on here, because you have like a little bit momentum to the left. Like you're looking a little bit to the left, so you're going to the left. But you line yourself up with this. So you're going to land on one of these 2 pixels. And from these pixels, here, from these, it's a lot easier to do the next neo. So if you chain it like this, like if you just hit yourself into the wall, you can just like, yeah, I am not the greatest at it, but like you can basically do all of them in a row. That's how you chain. And that is, for example, very nice if you have like this neo. You can like kind of just line yourself up and you can instantly do a fallback after to chain that. Like that's also very nice to know. You can also do it with double neos, etc. It's doable. Just with neos, if you just press yourself against this thing, you line yourself up, and you can easily do that there. That's how people do it. That's it's quite nice to know if you're interested in that. Okay, here, chain about 1 pixel bigger than the iron bar, like half a pixel on both sides. What you want to do here, 1-tick without sprint, go around it. Actually, quite easy jump. It's just a 1-tick around it. It's basically a neo, just a little bit harder. People don't like it. Okay, fine parkour. Everyone's biggest nightmare. Okay, everyone's biggest nightmare. Well, how do we do this? Well, we go all the way to the top. We let ourselves drop. We let ourselves drop, right? Now we press space again, space and W, like, and we don't want to touch the ceiling again. The ceiling here will break our momentum. We want to go down. Right, then we get upwards momentum, hold space, and W, and then you will have the max momentum to make this jump. You gotta get used to this, but this is the timing, like it's hard. Like you will find this in some parkours. It's hard, but just get used to it and you will be able to do this, okay? It's annoying, I know, but if you got the timing right, it's fine. Like you can't, like, I don't know. So and on some jumps you can just go from the back and go here, but no, with these far jumps you can't. You gotta do it like that. That's the way you do it. Okay, level to level single neo. These ones are quite easy. You just one tick, you turn, and that's all you gotta do. One tick and then turn, and the ladder will catch you. Okay, one tick and turn. You kind of just go to the side, one tick, turn, and you make it. Okay. It's different with this one. This is a trapdoor to trapdoor single neo. This one, if you would do the same as a ladder neo, you won't make it. You'll end up like this. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to slow down midair. How do you do that? You do a one tick with W, of course, and then instantly after, or like a little bit instantly, you press A after. Just watch my keystrokes, okay? Almost instantly after, you press A, and then you kind of just look like you look like you flick 90 degrees, and you press A, you flick 90 degrees, and you end up on this trapdoor. It will take some practice. It's an advanced jump. It's actually kind of fun jump once you get it down. But yeah, you'll get it down. A little again, you can also do it with this one, so you don't like catch on the ladder. Let me do that really quick, like that. You can also do it like that. But the other way is like easier if you're not good at pressing A yet, or D, depends on which side you do it from, of course. This one here is a trapdoor, neo up, single neo up. And this one is very hard. It's the same thing as that one, right? Same concept as that one. You do the same things, just a little bit different timing. You press A later, and you flick later, because you gotta get more up. You gotta be more up. So you gotta do all those things later, but not too much later. You gotta really like practice this. There's not really like a way, like it's the same as the other one, just a different timing. Maybe even holding space here might help a bit to just stay on there instead of like walk off. Also, don't shift on these jumps. Just make sure that once you do them, right? That I would recommend it to every jump. Just make sure once you do a jump, just face into the wall or face like into something that will make you safe. Because if you shift again from the beginning, if you still have momentum, you will fall off. No matter if you shift, it's very annoying. Okay, last jump of rat here. A double trapdoor neo. This jump is actually very easy. It looks very scary. But there's a trick to make this very easy. And the trick is holding space. It's just a double neo. You go to the back, yeah, you shift to the back, you one tick, and you just keep holding space. And you literally just look into the back of the wall. Like that. It's very easy. And then once you do that, you can, for example, from here, you can just two tick. You can also one tick this because it's not too far, but you can two tick from here. Like if it would be a 4 block, that would be the next jump. Or you could, for example, with the chaining part, right, that we were talking about, you can go to the back here and chain it like that. That's also kind of cool. Okay, to give examples of this. Here is where I was talking about. You can't passy this. Like it's impossible. You can't force cement in this. It's impossible. So they really want you to run from here to there, and it's very annoying, right? You can also not one tick this. So, but what you can do, you can go to the front, 1, 2, 3, and look, I'm still below that block, right? So I can just do jam, and I make the jump. Very, very nice to know. Here we have a trapdoor, double neo. Here we have this jump, just do a one tick without sprint. Here we want to let ourselves fall, and then press W and space again. Oh, accidentally jumped up like that. That happens also sometimes. Here we want to do a triple jam, 1, 2, 3. Here, oh wait, I was meant to just chain these as an example. This is not where I would chain them normally, but it's like, that is also not a good example. Let me just go from here. So if you would go, yeah, nah. It's just like, you guys know how it works. If you just hit the block, you can line yourself up, and it's quite nice. Ladder single neo. Again, I honestly prefer to just do them the same way as that one, but if you're not the greatest at them, you can just do it with turning and catch on them. I would advise to force them into this. This, again, this you want to just slow you down by pressing A, and then like looking, like, again, you gotta do it quite fast, almost instantly, after you do the one tick. 2 tick from here to that one because of the trapdoor, and then this one is a little bit of a different timing, but the same concept as the one before. 2 tick and make it to the black area. This area is completely optional. I just was like, well, I want to show you guys some very hard jumps and the setups of them. You will probably never see these jumps anywhere. So if you made it to this part in the video, like you made it through like all the useful stuff, okay? And I hope you guys learned something from that. This one, probably seen some of these jumps before, and you know that probably almost no one was able to do them. Okay, so yeah. First of all, we have the triple neo. This is just like a bonus section of the video, by the way. Triple neo. You have 4 blocks here, 3x3 here, 3 blocks of a neo here. What you want to do, you want to go to the corner. You want to look into this corner here between these 2 blocks. And if you go into this corner, you want to look at these 2 blocks, of course, between those 2. And what you want to do is you want to 1 tick, and then you have your first jump. Like you keep holding space order. You have your first jump, and then you have a second jump, right? For the first jump, you want to hold it completely straight. Second jump, you want to start turning a little bit to the left, slightly. And then I almost made it there. But yeah, you want to get that turn right. That is the hardest part of this. And then you make the triple neo. And eventually, like, this might actually even get consistent for you. But like, again, this is a jump. You won't see it a lot. It's just a fancy jump you can do. Oh, this is the same jump, right? Just 2 in a row. And you gotta chain this because otherwise you don't have enough momentum. 10 times harder, maybe 20 times harder than this one. Probably won't see many people do this. There's a very, very small amount of people that can do this jump, honestly. You want to just basically do the same thing. You want to land in here. Like, again, you know, like the chaining stuff again, right? You kind of like on the end here, you hit yourself into the wall, and then like you land on like this pixel over here, and then you instantly flick out of it, and then somewhat make it. Give me a few tries there. I might be able to do it. So you can see how it at least looks like. Almost. It had to be that flick had to be a little bit faster. That will happen a lot more of the time. God, okay. No, I haven't done triple knees in a while. Okay, forgive me. Like, at least I'm making triple neo a lot. I don't even know if I'm gonna make it in this video, but it is possible. I promise. Like, I had one close attempt. This is not something I focus on, as I focus more on all of those things, of course. There we go. That's the jump. If you're ever interested in this, you're like, oh well, all of that's so easy. Well, try out this, maybe fun. Or try out hard maps. You might actually find a triple neo in them. There's very, very, very slim maps where you will find this one in. It's called a 45 strafe. 45 flick, whatever you want to call it. This here is very advanced Minecraft parkour, okay? Very advanced. What if I would tell you, on every single jump that you do, every jump, you could get a little bit more, like maybe like 2 pixels extra, maybe 3, so like almost nothing, but you could get 2 to 3 pixels more, like you can get 2 to 3 pixels further on every jump. You can. So normally, by the way, another tip, if like bonus tip, if you stay to the end, right? If you have 6 blocks here, you can jam from the back, and it's very nice because you will make it really far. But not for this jump. You won't make it to the end. Why? Because you need a little bit more. You will barely not make this. So how normally a 45 strafe would work, right? 45 strafe is you jam here from the back, then you jump here like you just like after the second jump, you wait 2 ticks. 2 ticks where you're looking completely forward, okay? 2 ticks. And after those 2 ticks, you flick, like you see like right now, 180 degrees. You flick 45 degrees for this like, what is it, 135? Yeah, you flick 45 degrees around, right? It can be plus minus 4%, by the way. It doesn't have to be too precise. But you want to around 45 degrees to the side. The better the angle, the further you get, the more pixels you get, basically. You want to flick to the side, 45 degrees, and then like instantly, maybe like a tick after, or almost at the same time, after the flick, like you're already pressing W, by the way, but then after the flick, you instantly press A, so you're strafing. Okay? What will like be something like this, but this is not gonna make it. I'm gonna tell you why. It's like it's gonna be something like this, basically, but it's not gonna make it. Why? As you see, I'm spawning in here. Let me put up my coordinates. I'm on the coordinate, the z coordinate, minus 434.713. Look at that 713. That is not the back of this block. If you go to the back of this block here, it's actually like 701 instead of 713. That dot 10. You need that dot 10. You need to be around dot 113, like 13 or 12 or 14 or 15. You need one of those. Okay, you don't want to have like 701, for example, or something I want. Like you need to look at those coordinates. So what you need to perform, because you maybe if you do the perfect 45 strafe, but it's gonna feel impossible to you, especially when you're just starting out, if you're just gonna do it from the back. What you gotta do, you gotta keep shifting, you jump, and mid-air, look at the coordinate, by the way, here again, here's the coordinate. Mid-air, you're gonna press shift, right as you're about to land, like this. Here, 7:17. Again, I can do a little again, like, that's a little bit too early, like, it's quite hard, but like, you do it like this, 7:16, like, around that you want to have, okay? Like, boom. 7:12, around that you want to have. And then you can do it. Then you can go like up, and then 45 strafe. Okay, that's how you want to do it. And this here, it TPs me to the 713 because that was the coordinate that worked, for example. And that's why I set the command blocks up to TP me here. It's a little bit easier to practice, of course. And then you will actually make this jump. So what you want to do, of course, here it is, 45A, and then you make the jump. This is if you wanna like. This is if you ever wanna like. If you're interested in this, you can build this gym into your creative world. You know, just make sure to have the right coordinate like that, and then you can just do this, and then you flick A, and then you don't even have to be close too much, like that. I mean, that was actually like 1.5% close enough, honestly. So yeah, that's just to flex on your friends, okay? These jumps are to flex on your friends, okay? These jumps are to flex on your friends. It's quite cool jumps, they're hard, but yeah. But, well, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope you guys learned a lot. Also, I hope you enjoyed the little bonus section. This is like to flex on your friends. If you ever like want a little bit of a, like, hard jump, like all of the jumps before, right? All of these jumps, they're easy. Here, this is my advice. All of these jumps that are in this video, go from easy to hard, master them one by one, and if ever you want to get better at parkour, like you already practice them, but you want to get better, practice these jumps to get them more consistent, okay? And then benchmark yourself, so test yourself in the parkour servers, or I will list below, okay? I will list them in the bio, in the description. Like you can like, of course you can play parkour on the servers for fun. Like, of course, play parkour. It's actually fun if you're decent at it. Parkour is so fun and so like can be relaxing, sometimes tilting, I guess. But practice the basics, okay? Get the basics consistent, and you will be a god at parkour, okay? If you just practice everything in here, honestly, you might like if it was tiers, you would go from D tier to at least A tier if you're able to do all of these jumps up to red. You will in parkour, like you will actually become a god. If you practice these to be more consistent, S tier, and you're gonna be better than everyone. Of course, there's some people that have been doing this for 10 years, but we're not gonna talk about them. You're gonna be at least close to the level. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching. I hope it was informational and you guys learned a lot. And if you ever have questions, just like send me a comment and I will try to explain it. And thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed and you learned a lot. And see you guys. Bye bye. Have fun parkouring.